Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Job Search Daily with a focus on technology. Today we have an enterprise account executive position, remote, US, and it is with a company that is innovating in the space of customer service, but customer service in a way that we're starting to see much more common on websites. So when you visit most websites, you're going to see, if you look in the bottom right-hand corner here, it says "Let's Chat." You click on that, and then it connects you with an agent. And with that agent, you can have a conversation. Most of the time, we see in these kinds of interactions, most of them are text based, but Gladly is seemingly a platform that is a lot more advanced. They offer a lot of different products that are able to give the customer a more personalized experience, like voice. So normally when you click on this bottom right hand corner, "Let's Chat," a lot of the time, like I said, it's just text. But what Gladly has done is they've integrated things such as voice, so you can actually have a conversation. And it's also integrating other features that we've seen before, such as frequently asked questions, 24/7 support, text messaging, chat like we spoke about, and in-app chat. So they're offering so many different products, much more than like the average chat suite that you would see in a company. And a lot of the time when you click on these things in some of these companies, it doesn't link with anybody and they're out of office or something like that. But they're offering self-service, they're offering full support to their clients, and some of their clients are clients such as we've got here Ralph Lauren, Nordstrom, Andy, Bombas, Eddie Bauer, big name companies that are using their service. So if you look here at their pricing, just give you an idea. When I saw it, I was like, okay, $150. $150 for their monthly service. But when you look at it, and it gives you an idea of how profitable and how much revenue these kinds of services can bring into a company such as Gladly. $150 per support hero per month. But that's billed annually. So that's $1,500, more than, actually it's $1,800. But that's times a 10-seat minimum. So $1,800 times 10. So that's $18,000 for the basic package. And then you have $180 for their superhero package times a 10-seat minimum times 12 months. These companies are revolutionizing customer service, and they're driving great revenue. When you think about how profitable software is, software can be on the line of 90+% profitable for a company because it's something the company invests in. Of course, they have to keep up on top of it, but if they lay down the foundation for the software, it's just a matter of updating the software as time passes, making sure the software is current and is able to compete in the market. But if you're able to create a system and you're able to replicate it out over and over amongst the almost unlimited amount of clients that you can have, software can become extremely profitable. So that's why you see these companies offering great salaries for positions such as enterprise account executive. And now I can tell you this, enterprise account executive is not necessarily something that you get immediately out of, let's say, school or like a boot camp, but it has been done before. But it's usually something that happens, or a position that you get after, say, you get into a BDR role and you're doing outbound calls, you're receiving inbound calls, you're setting up appointments, and then you're kicking it up to regular account executive. If you look what's above a regular account executive, then you get into positions such as enterprise. Enterprise is a position where you are selling to very large organizations that have thousands of employees. So Gladly is looking for somebody that can step into the role of enterprise account executive, remote anywhere in the United States, and the pay is amazing. Starts at 229,500 up to $270,000 a year. Benefits along with the pay. You get full 401k, dental insurance, flexible spending account, health insurance, life insurance, paid parental leave, paid time off, parental leave again. I guess that's maybe if you have a husband, so two can get parental leave, stock options, vision insurance. And so let's get into I'm going to skip this part here, but let's get into what you will do. Achieve and exceed sales goals, build and grow sales pipeline, present value proposition to executive level prospects. So again, we were talking about when you are an account executive enterprise, you're generally dealing with other executive level people. When you're in positions like that, you need to be able to understand the language of C-suite executives, be able to be comfortable presenting to those people, and to be able to follow through on the mission that Gladly has set forth for you in your role as enterprise account executive. So you have to come forth with a great level of confidence. So let's continue. Establish and achieve prospecting and business development goals. Collaborate with our marketing and sales development organization to expand pipeline and increase sales velocity. So in this position, you have to collaborate with the marketing team, the sales development team. So sales development would be like the first level role. So when you go into a position like this, generally you would start off as a sales development representative, an SDR, and then you would work your way up to account manager, just like I spoke about, and then eventually enterprise sales. So you have to be able to collaborate with those people, because the SDR is going to generally be one of the key point people that is going to move that lead from initial contact to the account executive, and then you have to close the deal as the enterprise account executive after that. So let's continue. Uncover and convert prospects to clients through cold calling, managing pre-qualified opportunities. So that comes from your SDR, conducting discovery and building relationships, able to act as a lead salesperson as well as potential to lead a team as the company grows. So you're going to be considered somebody that your SDR and your mid-level account executives, they're going to be looking up to you. So you're going to have to be able to have a little bit of managerial skills there. Serve and mentor and motivate a team. Potential to attract, motivate, willing to travel regularly to represent the company. Additional sales responsibilities as needed. There, of course, they list out what you need, but they might add something extra onto that. Deep experience selling cloud-based SaaS products from C-level to individual and team stakeholders. Proven track record of consistently meeting and exceeding sales quotas. Ability to demonstrate flexibility and comfort in fast-paced sales environment. Significant direct sales experience with SaaS solutions. So if you don't know what SaaS is, you can refer to our other past vlogs. But SaaS basically means software as a service. So this is a software as a service position and primarily software as a service company. Excellent verbal and written communication skills, team player with collaborative personal style, and entrepreneurial mindset, startup experience, highly preferred. So if you worked with a startup in the past, they would definitely love to have you on board. Strong sense of integrity and ethics, excellent interpersonal and leadership skills, inquisitive problem solver, highly motivated, smart, risk taker, adaptable to changing market conditions and customer requirements. Research has shown that individuals from marginalized groups are less likely to apply to jobs where they don't meet 100% of the criteria. Gladly values diversity and experience, so if you believe you have the right skill sets, we welcome you to apply, even if you don't check every box in the job description. We're committed to an inclusive workplace and would love to see if you could be the next great addition to our team. So that's awesome to read. That's something that I'm starting to see a lot more of. Companies that are being less rigid in terms of their requirements. And it also speaks to their interest in filling these positions, because really it's nice to see these things, and I think that there is some sincerity behind it, but I also think that these positions, they're going unfilled, and they're realizing that it's better to bring in people and train them if they don't match the criteria than to have nobody at all. And there's a lot of visible minorities that are sitting by the sidelines that can do a position like this, and you're going to see a little bit later on that the education and qualifications isn't necessarily set very high. It's something that is attainable. So why stand on the sidelines? Go for a job like this. You can do it. So the pay, like we talked about this earlier, is $229,000 to $270,000. For cash compensation, we set standard ranges for all US-based roles based on the function level, geographic location, benchmark against similar stage growth companies. So they compare themselves with other companies and match the compensation. In order to be compliant with legislation, we will provide transparency to candidates. We share salary ranges on all job postings. There is certain state laws that are starting to ask companies to post the salary before people apply. So I think that's great, because it allows people to apply knowing what the range is, so that they're confident that when they go through the entire process that they will be able to get into a position that can pay their bills and meets their requirements. The worst thing is when you go through an interview process and they don't disclose the salary. You have to guess what the salary might be. You don't want to be too pushy or impolite, and you find out 2-3 interviews in that the salary is just not going to cut it, and you're not going to be able to make ends meet with that salary, right? Or either they ask you what you want to be paid, and then what happens is you grossly underestimate how much you should be paid. And so in a position like this, a lot of people wouldn't know that the salary is $229,000 to $270,000. Now we know. And that is plus your equity and your benefits. There's a lot more money on top of that. So you get equity in the company, which is often in the form of stock, and then you have all the benefits that we read earlier in this vlog. So this levels the playing field, and it's also great for women that are getting into tech as well too, because certain studies have found that women often don't negotiate their salary as much as men do, and there's a lot of theories that you can bring behind that, and this is not what this vlog is about, but there have been studies that have found that women often take the first salary that's offered to them. And with this, when you know that there's a range, you can better negotiate, I think, with that range. That's very useful. So let's continue. Working at Gladly, people are not just the heart of the product, they're at the heart of the company. We value diverse perspectives and hire new people to enrich our mix, not keeping it the same. So they are openly saying they're looking for a diverse audience, and they're open to your application. If you're different and you don't necessarily fit the corporate mold, they might actually be willing to give you a chance. We believe in open communication and share in an inclusive open culture. We have embraced remote work and make it easy for our team to work from anywhere, but we also invest in opportunities to get the teams together in person regularly. A couple times a year, a few times a year, they're going to have meetups, which is which is fine. If you're able to work most of the time remotely, if you want to fly in or drive in to an office a few times a year to meet your coworkers, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, for the privilege of being able to work remotely. We learn from each other and we help each other learn. We have a strong work ethic but value life outside of work too. Sounds good to me. All right, so let's check out the education requirements. Let's just go over this one last time. In nowhere in this job description are they asking you to have a bachelor's degree, definitively asking you to have a bachelor's degree. They're willing to give you this position if you can perform, if you actually just have the equivalent experience. So that, and an entrepreneurial mindset. A position like this, generally, like I said earlier, you work your way up into a position like this. Usually you start as a business development rep, then you become a regular account representative. Then after that, which takes some time to prove, usually a few years, then you move into enterprise. There have been people that have jumped directly into enterprise, but that's quite unusual. So in a position like this, usually it's not about the education. They're looking for somebody that's entrepreneurial minded, somebody that has a proven track record of performance. So if you've done business development representative and you've also done account executive, it almost does not matter what kind of education that you have. So, but if you do have an education, of course it's a plus. If you do have experience, of course it's a plus. And how do you get education and experience? Of course, you can either go back to school and get a degree, or you can go and take a course like Course Careers. So for the last few weeks, I've been promoting Course Careers because Course Careers is a great way for you to get into technology sales. And they have a lot of companies that are waiting for you to graduate. A lot of companies are partnering with them and hiring directly out of the course after people are graduating. Some people are not even having to apply. They are getting contacted directly from hiring managers and the hiring team with companies that have great names and great reputations. So if you want to be able to demonstrate your ability to be able to function in a role such as business development representative or account executive, I would recommend a course such as technology sales through Course Careers. It is very well priced at $499. You can also get $50 off with my coupon code down in the description and in the comment section. So click on that coupon code, get yourself $50 off. You only pay $449, and or either you can break up the payments into 4 different payments and make it a little bit easier on your pocket there. But Course Careers technology sales course is a great way for you to break into tech sales, work your way up, and get into an amazing position such as enterprise account executive remote with a company like Gladly, starting at $229,000 to $270,000 a year. This would be an amazing opportunity for you. And even if you had to start as in a business development role before you got into enterprise sales, most business development roles start at least $70,000 and upwards to $110,000, $120,000 in some cases. So it's not a bad career path. I wanted to bring this one forth to show you that this is possibly where you could be in 2 to 5 years or even less. It depends on your performance. It depends on the company's need to move you up, but companies are definitely hungry for account executives, people that are entrepreneurial closers. And if you're able to demonstrate those abilities, they're not looking for you to have a big name degree or a background that you would have to go to school for in any kind of computer science or engineering or anything like that. They're just looking for somebody that's able to relate with the clients, learn on their feet, and be able to close the deal. So that's it for today's vlog. If you've got any questions, you can leave them in the comments section and I'll be happy to get back to you. And again, don't forget to click on that link and save yourself $50 in the tech sales course with Course Careers. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.